Alright YouTube, what is going on? It is ConflctNerd Callum here today, bringing you episode number 2 of our Airline Tycoon Let's Play. We're playing as Falcon Airlines. If you missed the previous episode, then I highly recommend you go ahead and watch it because it explains a lot about this game, and I can imagine not everyone has played this game, though you really should because it is such an enjoyable game. Anyway, so we're about to jump into the meeting today. This is Monday, so as you can see again, we're leading on passengers. Everything else is pretty much the same, so we'll jump into the meeting.
All make it on time. Let's start with the okay, next is
Falcon lines.
your airline is average. That's okay, but it can definitely do with improvement. The condition of your planes is exemplary. Keep up the good work. I'm very happy with the competence of your employees. And now?
Right, okay, so overall, pretty much same message from the last meeting. We are quite happy with everything on our airline. So first of all, we want to go ahead and just check out the profit. So from London to New York this morning, that made us a 30,000 profit, which is wonderful. Losing 4,000 flying up to Ottawa, and it only makes 7,000 coming back from Ottawa to London, which is just a bit of an embarrassment, to be honest. Not happy about that at all. So it's not really going to be a profitable day for our Potsdam flights. Our Bitterfield as well started off with a profit of 80,000 this morning flying in from Stockholm. Then to Madrid with 29,000, losing out on 7,000 but then making 34,000 going out to Palma. But we need to go ahead and fill up the rest of today. So we're in Palma today, so we need to go ahead and run down to the last minutes and go ahead and get things underway. Unfortunately, Honeycomb Airlines is there, but looking at the flight schedule for today, we've got arrival from Ottawa and we are flying out to Palma, Mallorca. So today we are in, where are we in? We're in Palma, Mallorca. We need to go ahead and get something, we need to get another flight for today. Madrid to Rome, that's a strong possibility. 90 passengers, we can definitely do that. I think we're going to take that one. Or we can do Lanzarote to London. Oh, which one do we do? We could possibly do both, to be fair. Where's Atlantis? Atlantis, where's that? Is that in the... It must be out in... Oh, what islands are they called? Lanzarote, it's like Lanzarote, it's the port of the Azores, that's it. It must be in the Azores. London to Moscow as well. Quite a few interesting flights. I want to go ahead and take them all, but I don't think we can. We're going to go ahead and start off by taking, we're wasting time here, so why don't we take the Madrid to Rome? The Madrid to Rome? Yeah, let's take the Madrid to Rome, and I really want to take this London to Moscow as well. What about to Lanzarote though? That's a really good one as well. Right, so let's take the Madrid to Rome and let's take the... That's got too big a penalty. If I fuck that one up then YOLO, let's take it. Right, let's run upstairs. We can go ahead and alter our flights I think anyway. So everything hopefully should be fine if I haven't fucked up here. So Madrid, you should be fine. No, okay, I fucked up. Right, let's go ahead. We need to get London to Moscow in because you're going to be our big money maker. How much are we going to lose on not putting you in? Hold up here, so we lose... Oh, there's no penalty. Oh, that's great. Oh, it doesn't matter if we don't get you in. It's really important that we get this London to Moscow flight in though because it's got a penalty of over 1 million, which is pretty mental. So, and it's a really good profit as well. Just need to find a free gate, which is a bit of an issue because we don't seem to be finding one. Right, let's try this again. So no free gate there, no free gate there, no free gate. Okay, there's a free gate there, so that's fine. So you're going to fly back later on this evening and you're going to lose 9,000, but you're going to make us a solid 300,000, which is really good. So at least this flight's making money today because we know the Potsdam isn't. Then the Moscow, so you're going to lose 20,000 to make 43,000. We'll look into that. We're going to go ahead and fill up the schedule for the Bitterfields soon. And we basically need to fill up the schedule for both flights today. But, oh, I just want to go to the advertisers, honestly. I've been waiting, like throughout the whole last episode we're waiting to go into the advertisers. And we still can't get into the advertisers, which is just really frustrating. One thing we can do though is we can go to the museum, so we're going to do that. I need to work out, so Tuesday we're back in London and we're in Stockholm tomorrow, so we need to go ahead and look at flights going forward, and we're going to run down to the museum and inquire about their flights actually. So we're in Stockholm tomorrow, so we're looking for flights for Tuesday. I will take that London to Ottawa though, I will take that one, because that can fit in quite well with our schedule. So Tuesday, Warsaw to London, I will take that one, because we can go ahead and link up the Stockholm flight with that. What else? Tuesday, anything else for Tuesday? We can do London to Zurich, but that's not going to be a big money winner. Until Friday to Athens, we could take that. Let's take that one, and we'll go ahead and pencil you guys in, and then we'll run down to the museum. Do something a little different. So we have a lot here. So first of all, we'll start off with Warsaw to London. So you're in Stockholm, you'll then fly down to, yeah, that works for me. We'll start you there, we'll start you there, so that's fine. So you're going to fly from Stockholm to Warsaw losing 6,000, but you're going to make 81,000, so very much worth that. Then from there what you're going to do is you're going to fly out from London to Athens, I think, and make a 34,000 profit, which is good. Then we're going to jump over here and we're going to go ahead and schedule in the London to Ottawa on Thursday, and that's going to make us a real amazing profit of 220,000. A lot different to today's Ottawa flight, which only made us 7,000. And then we can go ahead and take our route and take our return leg. We can go ahead and do the small flight down to, or from Ottawa to JFK or New York. Could be multiple New York airports, to be honest. I can imagine it'll probably be JFK though, because it does say JFK. Well done, Callum. And then it'll be a random profit, but again, hopefully, I mean, we made 30,000 on this morning's flight, and when it's now 12 o'clock, so we can go ahead and jump into the advertisers and start promoting our airline. So as you can see, we're on 2.3 million, so we're slowly but surely gaining cash, we're slowly getting there, but let's go ahead and make our airline image better. And you do this by going ahead and advertising. Right, so we need to go ahead and improve two things. So the first thing we're going to do is, I would like to improve the image of one of my routes.
Okay, which route are we talking about here?
So far I've only got one route, so it's this one here. So as you can see, the capacity use is 48% out of 0%, though that is really 100, and the image is at 0%. So basically we need to go ahead and I guess promote this much more. That's what we really need to go ahead and do, and that's the reason we're in here.
Or do you want radio spots? Perhaps a product placement in the movie theater or TV ads?
So there's lots there I really want, and I would really love a gigantic campaign. However, there's no really need for it. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get a TV spot. So 120,000, that'll slowly raise the image. It will take a bit of time, but at least it will get the ball rolling, I guess. There's no need to go ahead and spend 1.4 million because, I mean, it might not be successful. I can justify 120,000 because we can make that back in a day. 1.4 million though, that takes quite a long time to make. I mean, basically in what, 4 or 5 days now we've made 800,000, so we're gonna go a TV spot.
A TV spot's exactly the thing I want.
Lovely. We'll start shooting at once. Can I help you with anything else?
Another absolute tune. This music in this game. On point, absolutely on point. Anyway, so how's my airline's image overall?
Image? What image? We asked 1,000 people and nobody knew.
Yep, so that's the problem. So we've asked 1,000 people and no one knows who Falcon Airlines are, which, by the way, we are the biggest airline at this airport. So we need to go ahead and improve the airline's individual image along with a particular route. So we've already gone ahead and promoted the route, which is the London to New York, but we need to go ahead and actually improve the overall airline's image and encourage customers to go with us over the other competitor airlines, which as we know are Sunshine, Phoenix and Honeycomb. So what I'm thinking here is we're going to go ahead and get a TV spot is exactly the thing I want. It just means, I mean, that's quite a bit of money, 250,000 there, but I definitely think it's justified because we will get the return on this. Advertising is a real good investment. It's a really good thing to go ahead and do, and that's why I'm going to consistently do it to go ahead and improve our airline's image.
That's exactly the thing I want.
Lovely. We'll start shooting at once. Can I help you with anything else?
Right, so that's just done on the advertiser for today. So we can go ahead and X out of here. So I'm really happy with how all the progress has been done there basically, and hopefully we'll start to see, it's going to take a few days to go ahead and I guess take effect, but as time goes on, hopefully we'll start to see the profits come through. Anyway, so you're fine for tomorrow, you're not fine for tomorrow. We're back in London tomorrow, so we need to go ahead and I still want to get something for our big plane from London tomorrow. I want to go ahead and pencil something in. So this flight here is very, very interesting. 2 passengers, premium of 250,000, however there's an extremely large penalty. So that gives me the indication that there is some VIPs going to be flying to London. So I think we're going to go ahead and grab that flight because I think that's probably going to be a big money maker, maybe a few 100,000 there. So I'm quite happy to go ahead and take that one. Tuesday, we need something for Tuesday from London. Until Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. We could actually go ahead and take this one because this one's got a quite large penalty, and even though it's only 90 passengers, our smaller plane can do that no problem. So as long as you can fly to Athens in time, which I think you can. I hope you can. Yeah, you'll be able to, no problem. So there we go. So that, it costs 22,000 to fly out there, but that's no problem at all. So you're going to go ahead and make us a fair bit of money there, which I am quite happy about. 217,000, wonderful profits. For the Wednesday, I think we're just going to go ahead and do another charter out to New York. Like so, and then on the Thursday morning you go ahead and fly back out to Ottawa. So quite happy with that. It gives the plane a wee bit of a break on Wednesday as well because it's pretty chock-a-block on Tuesday. But at least that's us scheduled on that. The Potsdam flight up until Friday, which is good. Let's go ahead and put in our Sweden flight because this is going to be a very, very important. So you fly out to Athens and you make us 34,000. You're then going to make a 19,000 loss flying up to Stockholm. But you make us, whoa, geez, you make us a 250,000 profit for those just 2 passengers on Wednesday. So really, really happy about that. We'll maybe start to look into some cargo as well, actually. It's a shame that you guys aren't back to back because it would be great. But unfortunately you fly on different days, so that's a bit of a shame. But happy with that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the museum. I hope the museum doesn't close at 4 o'clock because I'll be really, really mad if it does. But let's go down to the museum and let's inquire about some planes. So, first things first is I don't think I want to run 3 planes because there's no point because we're only going to have 1 gate. So I want to go ahead and inquire about selling my smaller plane and going ahead and basically buying a bigger plane. That's really what I want to go ahead and do. So do you buy used planes? I want to see how much I get from a smaller plane. I'm not going to sell it right now, but I just want to see how much I get. So the Bitterfeld would get us, okay, so it gets 3.4 million. Which isn't bad. 3.4, 3.5 million. So let's go ahead and see the planes, if you mind just shutting up. I just want to see, so this is a prime example, so it's got a good range. Now, our current planes were built in 2002, so that means the reliability, as we know, is really good. It's at like 199%. This plane here is built in 1985, so it's not going to have as good reliability. It should still be in the 90% though, but as you can see, its price is, it's 2 million, which is good, and it's still got a decent speed, it's got a really good range, and it's got good passengers, so that's definitely an option for going forwards. Again, it needs similar crew to the Bitterfeld, which we've got right now. However, I don't mind going ahead and hiring an extra crew member if that is a pilot or an attendant. Looking at this one here, this one isn't too bad, but it's way too expensive, that's its problem. Its speed is just so fast, that's the thing, like the speed difference there, that's 5,000 kilometers per hour, so that is it, that's the dream, but 92,000, no way. This one here, speed here, not bad, it's extremely large, that one actually, but again, doesn't really suit me because it's a bit too expensive. So, I mean, this flight here wouldn't be too bad, going ahead and buying this for 2 million, which we're quite close to doing. Whoa. An on-field movie theatre on Bitterfeld broke down and people are bored. Someone cut the wires. Oh, see, that's a security flaw there. We're going to get heralded about that tomorrow in the meeting, I can guarantee it. Which is a shame. So I mean, that's not bad, that's maybe something to aim for this plane here. However, I just need to check the speed against my other planes because I kind of worry that our plane, that might be too slow. 880 kilometers per hour just maybe isn't optimal. So let's go ahead and just check. I want to see the speed of our current planes. So your speed, actually it is faster than this one, so That's interesting actually. We can maybe go ahead and trade out planes maybe in a wee while. That's a definite shout. And then our Potsdam is, again, it's actually got a similar speed as well. So they're both round about in the 800s, so it's an option anyway. Anyway, that's pretty much the day done. So we're going to go ahead and call it quits. I reckon we're going to get pelters from the manager of the airport tomorrow because someone cut the wires to the, yeah, this is it, yeah, the icon there. Someone cut the wires to the DVD thing, so we're going to get shouted at, unfortunately, in this meeting, which is not good. To be fair, Phoenix Travels also had a sabotage, so it's not that bad. Our image is still at 0%, so the advertising hasn't really taken effect yet, which is a bit of a shame. But the personnel's still good, the planes are still at 99%, and our passenger numbers are still the best, so I really can't complain about how things are going so far. Anyway, let's get on with this meeting.
Good morning. I'm afraid I have bad news. There's been a sabotage incident at Phoenix Travel. It was a malicious attack with biological weapons. I can't tolerate things like that in my airport. I want to warn the person who did it not to try anything like that again. Furthermore, there has been a sabotage incident at Falcon Lines. Nothing really threatening. But still, I can't tolerate things like that in my airport. I want to warn the person who did it not to try anything like that again. And on to the next topic on our agenda. Let's start with the condition. Okay, next is Falcon Lines. Your airline is okay, but nothing special. Your planes are in excellent condition. You're an example to us all. I'm very happy with the competence of your employees. And now?
Right, okay, so interesting meeting there. First of all, it's definitely safe to go ahead and say that the manager wasn't happy, but he was more mad at Phoenix Travel because they had an attack with biological weapons, which, as he said in the meeting with me, the sabotage, it wasn't that bad, but still, it is a sabotage and it's not going to help out the airline's image going forward, so it's maybe something we should maybe go ahead and look into security, go back into security today and just get some prices, because we don't want something like that happening again, because that's going to damage the image, and the amount of money we're paying the advertisers to go ahead and improve our image, for all we know we could have gone up to 1 or 2% today on image, but we lost that because of the sabotage, and we might as well go ahead and put money towards security and at least have the advertisement take effect than go ahead and put money towards advertising but it just being wasted and getting cancelled out against sabotage. We might as well just go ahead and have some security. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at our plane for today. So good profit this morning flying out to Moscow, wee bit of a loss flying back to London. You're on your way to Stockholm, which is pretty good, making some money there. Then you fly down to Warsaw, a nice profit flying from Warsaw back to London. Then you fly out to Athens tonight, making a not too bad profit. Then a bit of a loss, but then tomorrow is a big money maker, 250,000, which is tasty. Anyway, so let's jump into here. So London to New York, it made 79,000, which is really, really good to see. And it's now on its way back. That's a fixed profit though of 161,000. So still can't complain though. Overall, really, really good. Really happy with that. We did jump up, I think, about 400,000 overnight. So overall, a really win-win. Looking at the rest of the flights today, a 23,000 loss, but that's made up with a really healthy profit there coming in from Athens of 215,000. And then again, we go on to more scheduled routes tomorrow. And then again, you're going back over to Ottawa. So this plane, the Potsdam, is going to make a lot of money over the next few days, but we do need to fill it up for Friday and Saturday. Definitely. Hopefully we can get some more transatlantic flights in there, because those are the big money makers, I would definitely have to say. Bitterfeld, we need to go ahead and look at you going forward from Wednesday, which we'll do later on. However, first of all, I want to go ahead and go by the security office and just check out if we can go ahead and help ourselves out. Anyway, so before we do that, I just want to check the arrival and departure board and see what the other airlines are doing, because I am curious. We had a day the other, it must have been Sunday or Saturday. If you go back and watch the previous episode, Sunshine Airlines had about 5 planes going in and out of the airport in the one day, which didn't make me too happy at all. They're the blue airline, if you are wondering. We are the green airline, Falcon Lines. So we've got 3 planes in action today, a flight arriving in from New York, a flight arriving in from Warsaw, and a flight going out to Athens. So overall, quite a bit of activity from our airline today. We probably would have had something on the early hours as well. Right, so we need some form of security. I don't know what kind of security though, that's the thing. So, are we actually paying for that? Yeah, I think we already are, so upgrade your gates. I don't know if we are. So we can go ahead and monitor lots of stuff. So we can monitor... So that Sabotage must have been a monitor aircraft inside. Overall cost per day is going up so much though, and I really don't like it at all. Right, let's go ahead and just scrap everything for now. So I think we should monitor our own office. I think that's a big thing first of all. Because I don't want... Because I mean the thing is, like, it is, I guess, external people who go ahead and do hijacking, but it's actually a lot of the time it's other airlines that go ahead and do stuff, which is really frustrating. And I guess that's their way of just playing around with things, so we need to watch out for that. So we can go ahead and help protect my own office. They don't steal any of our scheduling, they don't steal anything from our office. I think that's important. The bank doesn't really matter because that's external. Our staff office, our staff, it's not the worst thing if something happens in there, to be honest, because I don't think we can lose any money from that. I'm just trying to think of what areas we can lose money on. So I think we're just going to start off with the office for now. So that's 25,000 per day, which I'm happy to go ahead and do. Don't know why you've got your hands up like that, but we're going to go ahead and dip out of here, and we're going to go ahead and start to schedule some more flights for the day. And I think we're going to jump back into the advertising agency as well and just see how our adverts are doing so far. So one thing I'm thinking about doing actually is going ahead and upgrading our Potsdam flight, because this is a plane which is going to stay with us a longer time. Because the Bitterfeld is smaller, I'm probably more prone to sell it going forward. So what I want to do is go ahead and upgrade this plane a little bit and just go ahead and make it a wee bit more appetizing to fly on. So for this, down the left hand side here, we have some different options. We have a comfort level, a luxury level, we have an ambience level, a food level, and basically if we go ahead and upgrade this, and that means we can get to charge people more when they fly on the plane, and it also means for our scheduled routes, which goes from London to New York, people are more enticed and they're more likely to go ahead and fly on this plane if it's got a higher standard. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade everything. Now as you can see here, it's going to cost us quite a bit of money, so go ahead and upgrade the comfort. It's going to cost us overall 252,000, only once though, but I think that's a good investment because we are going to keep this plane, we're not going to sell it at any point, so, but I don't think I'll do any upgrading for our other smaller Bitterfeld plane. There's just no need because we are most likely going to sell that. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade our luxury to 2 stars, also we're going to upgrade our ambience to 2 stars, and then we're going to go ahead and upgrade our food to 2 stars. So most of those are ones, which is going to cost us 700,000 to go ahead and do that once, which, as I said, it's an investment, I don't mind it, and we're still going to be well in the profit, so that's totally fine. The overall flight food though, that's going to be per flight, that's going to increase things, it's going to shrink our profitability at a margin. However, again, as I said, in turn we should make more money, just because of the fact that we are more likely to get higher paying customers, which is going to be pretty goddamn awesome. Anyway, let's go ahead and accept that, and I believe that happens overnight, so we have to leave that. I think the plane needs to return to London for it to happen, because it obviously can't happen mid-flight. That would be very remarkable. So let's go ahead now, and we need to go ahead and actually fill up the planes. What do we need to go ahead and do? So, you're back in London tomorrow, the small plane, and then Friday onwards pretty much for the big plane. So tomorrow is Wednesday, so we need to go ahead and fill up stuff from Wednesday onwards on our smaller plane. So until Sunday, until Monday, those are a shout, but anything, 2 flights for Wednesday in here. Cairo to London and London to Amsterdam. Right, what I'm thinking is maybe going out to Cairo, that's maybe a strong possibility. So it's from Cairo to London, so can we fly London to somewhere to cut this route a bit shorter? We can maybe do London to Helsinki, but to Helsinki to Cairo is still a really long way. If anything, it's maybe longer. I'm not really at all sure, I don't really want to do some Pythagoras or distance calculating right now. We are going to take this flight though tomorrow, Cairo to London, so we're going to go ahead and grab you, and then we're also going to go ahead and grab the Nah, it just doesn't seem worth it, does it, for Wednesday? Let's go ahead. We might grab one of you guys though. What one will we go for? London Helsinki or Reykjavik London? I think we're going to go London Helsinki as well. We'll grab you and we'll see where we can go ahead and fit you in. So let's very quickly jump back into here. So Cairo tomorrow, you're going off. Just that fills it up pretty much the end of the day. You're back in London. Then you're maybe going to fly London Helsinki. There's not a gate free. There's not a gate free there either. I've got a feeling the gate's not free for a long time. So you're going to lose 30,000 flying out to Cairo. However, you're going to make 52,000 coming back. So not that large profit, but at least you're making something. At least you're not on the ground doing nothing, which is fair enough. Then you're going to make a 25,000 flying out to Helsinki, and that gets us into Thursday. So let's run back downstairs, and we're in Helsinki on Thursday. Just bet there, Honeycomb Airlines. So Thursday until Sunday, that's a shout. So we're in Helsinki, so Helsinki. On Thursday. Now this might be a bit of a problem here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Thursday. Helsinki. There's nothing really coming back from Europe on Thursday, which is the problem. I mean, there's London going places. There's quite a few flights which seem quite interesting. We might go ahead. I think we're going to grab... No, you're 180 people. You're too many. We could do... There's nothing, literally nothing which takes my fancy. That's not going to be a big payday. We're going to run down to the cargo terminal actually, I think, and see, because there's nothing really that takes my fancy there at all. Let's have a look. So you're in Helsinki on Thursday. I keep forgetting. I'm really bad. Let's make our way all the way along here to the cargo terminal and see what we can get. I mean, it is a smaller plane, so we can only take, what, 15 tons of cargo, unfortunately. So, but hopefully we'll be able to get something. Maybe. So this is for Thursday, and we need 15 tons of cargo. Frankfurt, London, that's perfect. That is literally perfect. Atlantis, Copenhagen's too much. That is literally perfect. That is absolutely wonderful. Couldn't ask for a better cargo there. So I'm glad we came down here actually. So let's go ahead and return to the office very quickly, and let's go ahead and pencil that in, and then we'll go ahead and work on penciling in some other stuff as well. So, cargo, Thursday, Frankfurt. So on your flight back, you're going to fly from, gonna lose, it's not that much money to be, So you lose 18,000 flying from Helsinki to Frankfurt, and then you go ahead and make 18,000. So at least returning to base, it's going to make 5,000. I mean, it's not a lot, but at least it makes something. And that means on Thursday we're back in London, so we can go back downstairs to air travel and go ahead and hopefully get something a little bit more exciting. So we can do London to Oslo, I like that, and then in the morning we can do Munich. I don't think those are going to be big money makers though. What about London to Berlin? Premium's much better. Why don't we do London to Berlin, and then we do Munich? Oh, but you're 180. So are you, mind you, the London to Oslo. Munich to London sounds good, but we need to get onto the continent. The London to Atlantis flight seems pretty tempting, but it's going to be a long flight for... You know what, we're just going to do it. We're going to grab you two guys, we're going to schedule you guys in. I'm starting to think a little bit too technical here. We just need to go ahead and just get flights on our schedule, even if they're not that great. Oh shit, I fucked up. I thought that was until. Oh dear. What about if we put you in there? No, fuck. Oh, you're just out by an hour. What about Stockholm? No, that's a must, because that's our big money maker. London Atlantis, your penalty of 60,000. Ah, no. Right, what about sticking you onto the other flight? So if we move that JFK flight up to there, then you're back in London. So which one goes in the direction? We take this Atlantis flight out, we stick you back into there, we stick the Cairo flight back up to there, and we move you back to, you were about there, move you to about there. That's everything back to where it was. Then London to Atlantis. Everything still fits there, and it managed to fit. It's a profit of 46,000, you lose 26,000, so we still make 20,000 there, that's totally fine. and everything is good. So you're totally... The problem is with this plane is it's chock-a-block. It's going to be in the air every single hour up until Friday morning, and to be honest, it's probably going to continue to be busy for there. So that might need a bit of repairing at some stage, the Potsdam, just because it's not getting any rest at all. It's already at 99%, which isn't bad, but optimally we want to have it at 100% if we can. And I guess tomorrow we'll continue to look into going ahead and getting something penciled in for the Bitterfeld, just because I kind of mucked up. We've got the Munich to London, so I guess the plane's in Germany quite a bit, Frankfurt, and then what happens if we do these other way around? Oh, you have to go on Thursday and you have to go on Friday. Ah well, that's a shame. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to end today because there's no need for anything else really to be done today. So starting off this morning's meeting, no sabotages, which is good. Honeycomb got one though, so up you. Still leading quite by a large amount actually in the passenger numbers. Our nearest rival is Sunshine Airways, and that's about what, 700-800 behind us, so there's not really too much of a worry there. Image is still at 0% though, so the advertising really hasn't taken effect. And that sort of annoys me, so we need to go ahead and first of all just see how we're doing.
Okay, next is Falcon lines. Polls say that your airline is neither very liked nor disliked. Your planes are in excellent condition. You're an example to us all. I'm very happy with the competence of your employees. And now, Phoenix Travel. There's nothing bad to say about your airline.
Right, so that's the meeting over for this morning. Again, not bad, pretty similar stuff. So let's go ahead and just check the profits. So again, yeah, we have made quite a lot of money overnight. I think we're on about 1.6 million yesterday, and we're now on to 2 million again, so pretty much a £400,000 or dollar overnight. That's one thing that actually doesn't make any sense. We're based out of London. People are speaking English, but we're using the dollar. Someone would want to explain that to me. I think that's the only fuck up this game has so far, literally the only fuck up this game has so far. But a lot of money made overnight anyway. I'm really happy. Things are going to continue to do well. We need to sort out Thursday for today. Now, how are we doing on our scheduled flight? So London to New York is doing not bad, 29,000, quite happy with that. It could be better though, so we need to continue to go ahead and pretty much just promote that, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go back into the advertising company today and just see how things are doing. The gate's pretty busy, but there's no real need to go ahead and buy a second gate yet, that's for sure. I'm starting to have a thought now that we could go ahead and do another chartered route, I guess you could say. Maybe one to like Athens or something. We can go ahead and have a look into that. Because the London to JFK one, it is doing well, but I just feel we can maybe do with another one and start promoting that as well, but get more use. We can put it on this Bitterfeld flight here, just because right now we're sort of just scramming to find orders to put on this plane, so which is really not optimal. I want it to go ahead and have a clear fixed future, if you know what I mean. Because I mean the Potsdam does, it's mainly transatlantic flights, mainly. It does go ahead and obviously fly to Atlantis on the occasion and other destinations, but it's mainly transatlantic, which is pretty good to see. So let's go ahead and first of all jump into the advertising agency and pretty much just see how we are. Let's check routes. Actually, let's go ahead and check routes first of all and see. So this is the choice we have. So I probably want a European routes. Because Europe, I mean there's a lot of flights going around Europe, so might as well go ahead and do that. So, but I want a long range European one, because there's no point. London to Amsterdam is really not, it's like an hour long flight to be honest, if that. Same with London, Brussels, London, Bermuda, no thank you, Copenhagen, no thank you, Berlin. Berlin's a possibility, because Berlin's a really good crossover point actually, but that rent is a lot, like that rent is an awful lot. What am I paying right now? So I'm paying, my rent is 800,000. I think the Berlin flight's the same. No, you're 600,000, so it isn't that bad. I'm just trying to think, what else? Dublin's way too short. Johannesburg's way too long. Mexico City's too long. Oslo's not bad, but there's nothing much up there. The only places you can go are to Copenhagen, it looks like, to Stockholm, and to Reykjavik, so doesn't really take my fancy. London to Tokyo, that's the dream, but not yet. Paris, too short. Peking is too long. And Rio is, well, we're not at that stage yet, I don't think, that's for sure. So we can go ahead and I guess look into other flights going forward, but at this stage, I don't think there's any really other routes that take my appeal. So again, I guess we need to wait for the advertisers, I just wish the advertisers, they're not really open on good days, first of all. They take 2 days off at the weekend, and they don't open until midday, which is just a stupid time. So we might as well go ahead and see if we can find some more flights. You're back in London tomorrow. The Bitterfeld is back in London tomorrow. So we need to go ahead and find something for you. So tomorrow is Thursday. London to Stockholm, 180 passengers, can't do. London to Dublin we can do, however it's not going to be much of a profit. London to Turkey, that's a shout. 180 passengers we can't do. London to Ottawa for Saturday I will 100% take. And then Palma, Mallorca, we can go ahead. Should we do that one? Yep, I think we'll go ahead and schedule that one in for tomorrow actually. So 2 good flights there. One transatlantic guaranteed profit, which is good. So we can put you in for... No, let's go ahead and move you guys back around there. So a loss of 13,000, then a profit of 18,000. So overall only 5,000. Loss of 10,000, then a profit of 35,000. Loss of 7,000, then a profit of... See, we're not making a lot of money on this plane at all, which I really don't like. I just really hate. So I'm not happy about that, and we can't go ahead and buy any scheduled routes onto that, which annoys me as well. Anyway, we've got another London to Ottawa, going out there with a fixed profit of 300,000, which is amazing. Coming back, the New York to London's making 24,000, so... meh, it's okay. But I think we definitely need to get more advertising on that, because that's only 50,000 between them, and that's... time we take away 26,000 off of that, we're only making 25,000, which just isn't good enough. We need to make much more. As you can see, 109 passengers and then 105 passengers, and that can fill up to what, 180 passengers, so there's definitely a lot more room for improvement on that flight, that is for sure. So let's go ahead and pencil the rest of this in. So let's just go ahead and fill up this plane basically for the next few days. So let's go ahead and do that. It's like so there's no congestion there. Then you are flying out to Ottawa, and then you're going to be... Let me think about this. So you're flying out to Ottawa, so you want a New York to London in there. Pretty much, yep. And that's us pretty much done with that, to be honest, for the time being. Quite happy with that. And that's just pretty much filled up to Tuesday. However, Sunday, like every 2 days I like to have a green flight in here, just so we're guaranteed a profit in case something goes wrong, that's for sure. So I think it's probably good to go ahead and try and make sure we are getting some green stuff in here. Green stuff, it's like bogies, or something else, which we'll not go into. But we'll not really get stuff available for Sunday, Monday and Tuesday yet until probably Thursday or Friday, because I mean that's near enough a whole week away, so no need to worry about that right now. You're fine for tomorrow, we just need to fill you up for Friday, but what we're going to do is we're going to jump next door and see how we're doing on the advertising front.
Nice to see you at Internet again. What can I do for you today?
So I want to see how my airline's overall image is doing.
Airline's image.
Some sort of unknown. Out of thousands, only a couple know. Falcon lines.
So 5 people know, which is better than 0, however it's still not optimal at all, so we're going to go ahead and work on that. And we also want to improve my individual route as well.
Which route are we talking about here?
So let's go ahead and... Capacity use is at 57, so that has gone up, because that was only at... And its image is at 5%, so the image has gone up, which is good. But we're going to go ahead and continue to increase this, and make this even more profitable.
Or do you want radio spots? Perhaps
Right, yada yada. Let's go ahead, we're just going to do another TV spot, because it seems to be increasing things at about 5% per turn, which is fine. If I do that every single day, then after 20 days it'll be 100%, which would be great. We're also going to go ahead and improve the overall airline's image, so we're going to go ahead, I think we need 5 more people to get 1%. So let's go ahead and another TV spot, I think. Again, 250,000, it'll be worth it though, it'll be fine. So that's us back down to 1.6 million, and there's not really any big money makers coming in over the next few days, which is a bit disappointing. The pot stand did upgrade successfully though, which is good. It would cost a lot to go ahead and put it to 3 stars, and I don't think there's any need for that yet, so we can go ahead and just exit out of here. I think we should probably go ahead and get these two up and going proper first. So, you're back in London on Friday. Let's see what we can do with you being back in London on Friday. So Thursday, I just want to see if there's any actually better flights. All these are 180. Oh, 2 passengers for Vienna on Thursday. We're fitting that in 100%. Penalty's high, but that'll be like a Stockholm flight. It'll be really, really good. So we'll go ahead and grab that. And Saturday, there's nothing for Friday. There's one, but that's 180 passengers. I think we'll run along to the cargo terminal later on today. So Bitterfeld, Thursday. One of yous is until Friday, I know that. So you're until Monday, so we can just throw you out there. And we can go ahead to the... Oh, nah. Whoa, that is some profit. 700,000 for 2 people. Is that like... Try to think, does the Austria have a monarchy? Don't know if they do or not, actually. But it could be very important people from Austria. It doesn't necessarily... They're actually maybe not from Austria. They're maybe just flying from Austria. So that's a very, very tasty profit. That'll help out so much. 700,000. So that's going to be the big money income in the next few days. Anyway, let's go ahead and see if we can fit this flight in a bit better. So Munich, not really to be honest. London to Frankfurt. Nah, we really can't right now. So we're going to go ahead and anything for Friday and Saturday for our small plane. That's what we really optimally need, or something transatlantic. That's really what we need. So we're looking from Friday, Barcelona to London, not bad. I want to go the other way though. I'm happy to take that London to Vienna, because that can fit into our schedule quite well. That's not bad actually. It's got no penalty, but it's 180 passengers. All this is 180 passengers. It's not good. So what we're going to do is we're going to schedule this in, and I think we're going to wrap this episode up, because that is me pretty much done everything I need to do in today's episode. So London to Vienna, I'm thinking we go ahead and stick you in there actually. So we make a profit of 37,000 instead of making a loss as we fly out to Vienna, so I think that's all good. And then we can work on Friday in the next episode, because I think definitely we can go ahead and get rid of some of these auto flights, because we're just going to lose money on them. I'm sure, I mean it's only 17,000 loss, you combine the minus 7,000 and minus 10,000, but we might as well go ahead and do something. I'm sure we can find something better between air travel, last minute, and the cargo terminal, which we'll look into at the start of next episode. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this episode up here for today. Overall, I am really, really happy with how things are going. Basically, what it seems to be a pattern is that I'm going to be doing basically 3 days at once, it looks like, and then pretty much just wrapping up the episodes. We might cut it down to 2, but I think 3 seems an ideal amount anyway. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to run along here and see if there's anything going on in this departure lounge. There's no flights taking off right now actually. We're rarely up this end of the airport, so I thought, you know what, let's just come along and see what is happening. But there's really nothing going on, to be honest. So but with that said, hope you are enjoying this series so far. Again, if you've got any comments or suggestions, then go ahead and leave them for me down in the comment section below. Please leave a like rating. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you are new around here. My name is ConflctNerd Callum, and I'm out.